mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast. Shouts out to you guys for being with us here. You know, we're with you guys. I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot.
Urban X in the building, #1 father and son podcast.
In the building. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being here. I know it was a little different.
Yes.
A little different. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to send out the notifications a different way, a more secure way, so everybody just don't get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So going forward, it's just going to be email, text, and in the community section in the membership itself.
Yeah, well, let's do some early house cleaning.
Yeah.
And housekeeping.
Somebody said they're getting the echo. Well, I don't think it's on our end. We don't have no echo.
I hope not. Is it a big echo? Okay. Anyhow, just keep us posted. Wifey, put on your headphones and tell me if you hear some echo and stuff. Yeah, no cash donations. You can cash app us, though. You can always do that.
Facts.
We want you to text. You can't hear it?
Somebody said the sound is cool. All right, we're good.
Okay. We want to text.
Hashtag UX member.
Right, let's start there.
That's how you get the text.
We might have got your text number before. That's fine. That was for general purposes.
That's for
now,
everybody. But you're not everybody. You're members, right?
Now you're a member. We want hashtag UX member to
917 810 3077.
Say that again.
917 810 3077.
3077. We're going to put it up on the screen in a minute for you, but that's hashtag UX member. So now I could just send you the text, you get it directly. It's also going to be in your email.
In your email, two different ways. Like actual newsletter email with the link straight to it. You can come straight here. Or in the community section. Now, also, because we got to give some roll call for the people who aren't new members. After the show goes up, we're gonna let it up here, with this private YouTube link for a little while. But then we're just gonna take it down and put it directly in the membership itself, so YouTube doesn't try to backdoor us somehow and play with us.
Right,
pause.
right.
You know
so we're using one of their back channels now, and that's only so we can keep the comment section, going, and we can stay interacting with you guys. But where it will be stored will be in the membership. That's why you paid your $5 or your $50 for the year. Now, while you're in the membership, do not be afraid to look around. There's a lot of dope quality stuff in here.
It is.
Classes that have been taught, Music, you name it. It's a lot of great quality, especially for $5. You come in, you take advantage. Also, now that you're a member, you'll start seeing the commercial for this though. Now the online courses
Yes.
that we were teaching as a member, you can get it for $29 a month.
And people have been taking advantage of that.
And
as well.
people have been taking advantage of that. So you may have seen one of the courses you wanted to take, but the price may have been a little too steep. Now for $29, you can do the whole course in a month. I wouldn't care. And cancel at the end of the month. That is your choice. These are the benefits of membership.
Talking about UX member, no space.
No space. UX
Hashtag
member.
US member. Hashtag US member.
UX member, all one word.
So
Hashtag.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Just anticipating this weekend.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Anticipating making the quantum leap, so to speak, into what's next for us. Also, purchased a few gadgets that's going to help what it is that we do even, along even more. I'm super excited.
Yeah, me too.
About the last quarter, the end of this quarter, going into the third quarter. I'm super into the fourth quarter.
Yes.
I'm super excited, to just get this on. Now, at every show we're gonna have a question. This will be a controlled environment.
Yes.
We're not just gonna open the phones and let you rant. Some days we might do that, but that'll be like a long process. So we're gonna choose a question in most cases and say, what do you think about this? Then we're gonna open up the phone lines, and then I'm gonna do this. I won't do it right away. I'll give you a chance, but watch how long it takes for this sand. This is quite a long time.
2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes. Like, your piece should be spoken, and we can say thank you very much. We appreciate you, and we'll call you next time.
Somebody asked, are the gadgets working, Malcom? We haven't opened them yet, but that was a good question.
It's a very good question.
It's a good question, because...
That's a very good question.
You know how.
No, these gadgets are, these ain't the no frills. These are not no frill gadgets. I really went in and made a nice investment to do some things. Other than that, what else is there?
Roll call.
Roll call.
St. Louis in the building.
Okay.
I see St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Toronto
Toronto is in the
Lucia.
building.
Toronto, Mississippi's in the building.
Okay.
Albuquerque
in the building.
Okay. Who else?
Tennessee, Orlando.
I see LA in the building.
That's what we talking about,
Thank
man.
you guys for joining, man. Tennessee, I think Plainfield, New Jersey, Richmond, VA. Thank y'all, man. We love y'all, and we appreciate y'all. We were nervous about this, but we have to believe in you guys.
Look, the hourglass is still going.
Yeah,
see?
we have to believe in you guys who believe in us.
Yes.
That this is going to work.
Absolutely. And I'm getting wind from other podcasters that this is where they're heading with it. Mm-hmm. It's simply because of the same reasons, your freedom. YouTube started out as a great thing. So YouTube is not the enemy.
Right.
And what I mean by that, YouTube is a vessel. And we were using its vessel.
Still are
technically to do what we do. But once they started trying to take control of the creative process, I have a problem with that. Because I want to be able to speak my piece how I want to speak it, and they have every right to say you can do whatever you want, but not on my platform.
Yeah, this actually let's get started. But this actually goes into Dave Chappelle's special that he came out.
Yes.
What's in the Name? Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
Really, really good. You guys should watch this on Netflix.
He's the master.
Yeah, he really is transitioning to just an orator. He can just talk about anything.
Yes.
And you're kind of just there, just really engaged.
And he captivates you. He does.
He's funny. The way he just paints pictures with his words. But he talked about how we spoke about this, how they wanted to name the theater after him at his old high school, Duke Ellington High School in D.C. I think for like creative arts or something like that in D.C. And when that news broke, the students came out, they protested against him. They had parents of the students protesting against him as a result of the trans controversy, the closer controversy and stuff like that. So what he did was he said, I'm deferring. It's a spoiler, but whatever. Go watch it. He said, you don't have to name it after me, but you can call it the Theater for Artistic Freedom and Expression.
Yeah, Artistic Freedom and Expression. And then later on, if you would like, you could put his name at the top of it. and he was just going through his journey of everything he's been through in the industry. He's an outlier, if that's even him, because
because the video, you saw the video at the end. It's a clip of him in high school or at the high school, and it just looked like two different people.
Yeah. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
When his cousin said, "That's not my cousin."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And us understanding fully, they've been cloning since the 40s and 50s, and now they got this shit down to a science. So when he came back from Africa, who knows what happened in terms of them making him comply and get back, because his whole spiel on Saturday Night Live was him putting his tail between his legs and saying, "I want back in." And they said, if you want back in, this is what you got to do. Not only do you got to, wasn't he say giving Trump a chance or some shit? He came out, let's give Trump a chance.
No, if you watch it back, it wasn't a let's give him a chance, kumbaya. It was, if you watch it back, it was, he's the president right now. He's driving. Like, we have no choice but to give him a chance.
I understand that. I'm just laying out the foundation in which he had to come out and basically apologize.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. Apologize, nigga, for all that shit you said about big machine and big media, because now you're back, and for your troubles, we're gonna up you 10 million.
Yeah.
So you lost 50, we're gonna pay you 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in regards to all of that, so, but his cousin swears that that's not her cousin. I think I would know who my cousin was.
You know what? I think there's so many sci-fi, things that happen in the country that are completely normalized, but they don't get as much attention as I feel like they deserve. Like you said, we've cloned animals for a long time. The FDA approved the use of cloned meat to give to the public, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's really discussed enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, y'all clone?
First of all, all you got to do is look at McDonald's sign. Let's just say 92 billion served.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, homie, but that's a lot of goddamn cows.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just McDonald's.
Yeah. So think about,
you've been eating. Listen, let's just keep it a bean. You've been eating clone meat.
Think about Super Bowl
for the last 20 years.
Think about the wings on the Super Bowl.
This is why, yes. Well, when they transition you off of into human tasting flesh, it's gonna taste the same way it's been tasting, because you've been eating that shit since the beginning. Mark my words on it.
I had some lamb the other day, first time.
Lamb
tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
That's a program.
Yeah.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Bear tastes like chicken. Snake.
Tastes
Squirrel.
like chicken. Yeah.
I mean, I don't eat none of that shit, but all these country boys, it tastes just like chicken, man.
Alligator.
Then why not just eat chicken, motherfucker?
Yeah, people in Florida said they eat alligator.
Yeah, I'm like, why
not Florida. What is it?
Yeah, it's Florida.
Yeah, eat alligator.
Yeah,
they say it tastes like chicken, though.
Yeah, everything tastes like chicken. Why not just eat the chicken? That's what I'm saying, right? So it's humanly impossible for all of these spots to be raising animals, killing animals, slaughtering. It's impossible. So you've been eating cloned meat the last 25 years.
So I remember there was a story when I was young, and it was this white lady, and they said that they figured out how to clone her, but like she would hold the child. If you remember, do you remember that story? White woman.
No, but I know they've been doing human cloning.
They have to be. You
for
know what I'm saying?
They
have to be.
Very long time. Anytime they telling you they thinking about doing something, it is already done. Remember, they getting technology from Orion. You know what I mean? You got
to tell people, because you've been referencing that like the last month, and you have not told people what that's called, what it is, like what it's from, anything.
Well, no, it's from all of the studies that Delbert Blair and them been saying, but I found a nice audio book that will help the advanced. Now, this is advanced. It's the law of one, right? So in this audio book, it's 17 hours, right, of hard dropping information. What they're doing is this is done in the 80s, so I got to preface this. These scientists or archaeologists, long story short, they've been channeling this entity called Ra. It's a sixth-dimensional being, and he's coming through this female. She's the instrument, and they're asking this sixth dimensional being a whole bunch of questions. And when I tell you the answers are so superb, and it's everything that the elders from Bobby, Phil, all of them taught in a crash course. And it's hard for me to say that, but if you want to understand what we were studying in the 80s and the 90s in a crash course, Ra, or this being called Ra, and they go into the history, Hitler, this, what's real, what's not real, the Ten Commandments are not real. All right? It was taken from somewhere else, but no free will being would ever start anything with thou shalt not. This is a realm of free will. So you can't have commandments that say thou shalt not, because then that's not free will. So that's how you know that that was doctored. Long story short, it's a little monotonous because the guy who's narrating is doing his part and Ra's part. But you can tell by the answers given that this is of a high vibrational nature. So if you're just getting into metaphysics and all of that, hold off. But if you want to take a crash course and get all the downloads that we've been getting for the last 20 years or so, The Law of One by Ra, R-A. And it's a bunch of people who, it's 5 or 6 physical books out.
Yeah.
But if you just want to pop the audio in and listen to how pristine these answers are, it will help you with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And that's the plug of the day, yeah.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So apparently there's this website called 4chan. You heard of it?
Fortune website.
4chan.
4chan. No, sound like 4 Chinese people.
It's like yeah, it's funny, but it's like not dark web, but kind of dark web stuff.
Okay.
Where a lot of just stuff happens online. A lot of the QAnon stuff, like they were congregating on 4chan and things like that.
Okay.
Somebody on 4chan hacked Hunter Biden's iCloud. Oh. And all the videos you're seeing, him weighing the crack on the scale, him butt naked with the hookers in the back, smoking crack, all of that stuff, is a result of his iCloud being hacked. Now, for me, when I first saw these videos, I'm just like, why are you recording yourself doing everything? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
like everything. He's talking like, nah, it's 2 grams of crack on the scale, and he shows the crack, and shows the scale, he shows him weighing it. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. And I've saw a lot of people like show screenshots of them trying to Google the video. Google is Google is censoring it.
Of course,
Google's not even posting it on Facebook. Not Facebook, Twitter. They're kind of like trying to wipe the story as much as they can, but more people is getting it trending. And this is why a lot of people were so confused as to why the Hunter Biden laptop story was buried during the 2020 election. Why that was so big?
Yes.
Because when you get tech, government, and media all on one accord, the level of mind control censorship that you can like put in place is crazy.
Yes. Speaking of that.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Continue. A
lot of people, when took a poll, they said, like, if you would have found out that the laptop was true, would you have voted the other way? A lot of people said yes. So this is, quote unquote, the most voted man in history, which I don't think is true to this day.
That's impossible.
I do not think that is true.
Unless you're going to just base it off the results of how powerful a mind control operation was.
Right.
Like they really pulled out all stops with this PSYOP that I hadn't seen in previous PSYOPs.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you mentioned mind control.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we're doing an impromptu.
Oh, okay, yes.
We're doing an impromptu sit down with Dr. Phil Valentine tomorrow.
Yes.
For our paid members. Yes. 8 o'clock, sharp, be in the building. Music, media, mind control, spiritual warfare. We're just going to toss some ideas at them.
Yeah, we didn't want to do during the podcast when we got a little bit limited
Yeah,
time.
it gets us a little limited, so we're gonna do
We just
something.
want to give a full joint.
Give Phil a full joint. And again, these are some of the benefits of the, because he has his event coming up on Saturday, a replay of his event, and these are gonna be some of the benefits that you're gonna receive for your $5.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna make sure you feel almost embarrassed, like damn, I'm only paying $5. All right, I'm bringing the Hulks back.
Oh yes.
Right, Q&A. We're gonna do some classes.
Yes.
So just stay tuned. But anyway, this Biden thing situation, somebody said it's all by design. I can't knock that. I believe it is by design. Either he's going rogue, right, and he's gonna be the piece that brings his dad down. The very fact that he's such a loose cannon in a world of a presidency where everything is supposed to be so tight. If I can get to your son like that,
Yeah.
then that's bad.
Yeah.
Then that means there are other things. This is loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be under wraps. Even everything he does is supposed to be so well under wraps, we never find out about it. But in this world of hacking this, technology that, in the cloud, nobody is safe from anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you're seeing his reckless behavior as a byproduct of what he's been doing. You seeing him, we already heard the phone conversations of him speaking about the big man got to get his cut.
Yo, it's not bugged how even the voicemail that Biden left. Who saves voicemails?
Yes.
Who saves voicemails to the point it can get hacked and leaked to a news station?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When's the last time you saved somebody's voicemail? Like for
Yeah.
real, think about that.
No, crazy.
A voicemail from years ago or a voicemail from 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's why and every time like something like this happens, you have to like side eye everything. Like side eye.
Who was on the Zoe Williams podcast this afternoon?
Who?
Biden? His son?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
that
You
is
can't clean that up. You can't clean that up. Oh, maybe he said Phil was on there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That would make more sense. Okay. So understanding there are no accidents. Everything we see, it can't come out unless it was meant to be seen.
Yeah.
Even on a small scale, they now have the technology to wash anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're saving it to your hard drive, you don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As now you might be an accomplice in some shit you know nothing about. So understand it's very loose. This whole campaign is loose. If this man wins again, shame on everybody. Shouldn't have won the first time.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I don't think they
And who still smokes crack?
Yeah.
Like really just
Yeah.
oh, look at all this crack on the table.
Yeah.
This shit almost seemed like it was staged.
Yeah.
He might be a clone. Who the hell knows? I'm telling y'all gotta be careful.
Like crack is such a vintage crack.
Crack?
For real? Okay.
Crack.
All right.
Jeez, I don't even, and I'm not being funny. I'm from the hood. I'm pretty sure there's still a few out there, but not the way it used
I
to
don't
be.
even know
I don't
anybody
see.
who sells crack anymore.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, who is moving crack? Damn, that just sounds so crazy.
Yeah, it does. It just sounds very just vintage and you know what I mean? But somebody said Phil Valentine's been talking about Hunter Biden's laptop for a year now. Yeah. But you know what's crazy? It seems like Biden's handlers in the media, which act like his handlers as well, because if you've seen him on any interview, they coddle him with the easiest questions. They give him like layups. But it seems like they're going out of their way to just shield him from anything and everything that could be negative to public perception of him.
Because you can't run an operation with a goofy in office unless all the people around the goofy insulate the goofy. The goofy is just a figurehead standing there. Go ahead.
Did you see his when he was reading his speech and he read
Past that? Read that again. Pause. Niggas is like, what?
clap.
Nod your head.
Yeah.
Period. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say period?
Yeah.
That was the end of the sentence. Repeat it with more stern this time. Yo, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's when you can't read a goddamn teleprompter. But I said when he got selected, let's just call it what it is, you could see the incompetence from the beginning. You know what I mean? But in order for you to vote for incompetence, we have to position the opposition to appear worse.
Yeah. And
And that was the best campaign I ever seen for them to get a president out of office after one term. It just was an amazing job they did.
And I remember the first time I sat down with Phil when Trump won. This was like 2016 when I sat down with him, and I was asking him about Trump. He said that Trump and I think Hillary are part of like two different secret family factions who are warring against each other, which tells me, like, when you say presidents are selected, I do agree with that, but I think there's so much espionage that happens for that to happen. You get me?
No, absolutely.
So I think there was so much that was going on. Like with Biden getting elected, I think that like they just played every part, because you can't tell me that the pandemic had nothing to do with him getting elected.
Oh, right.
The pandemic, they just shifted blame to him, and then right after he was in his it might have been China. So
Absolutely.
But when he was in, it was all Trump's fault. Vote, mail in your ballots. I've never heard a president tell people to mail in their ballots so many times.
No, absolutely. That's how you knew the fix was in. Never heard anything like this in my life. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Shout out to all the winners.
Shout out to all the winners. We reached out to them today. All that stuff went out today.
We are efficient
Yeah,
here.
efficient.
We don't play. You win, we send you your stuff, your memberships, you know what I mean? The whole nine. So we gets it in there like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so this Biden situation is crazy.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Somebody said that's the cover up for sure. Meek Mill, apparently, it's not official yet, but apparently he left Roc Nation. Now, people are getting this from the fact that he's not on their website anymore as a part of, like, one of their artists.
Well, I could tell there was some tension. There's been tension. He's been saying some cryptic stuff. Ross has been saying cryptic stuff. And a lot of it appeared to be towards Jay-Z.
No, so I took that the other way.
Okay.
Because when he was talking about, like, his label and stuff like that, Jay-Z and Roc Nation have nothing to do with the label stuff. He was management.
No, but Jay-Z signed him, his dream team.
He trying to dream chases, yes. It was a joint venture.
That's his label.
Yeah, it was, but he was talking about his stuff.
Yeah, I get
like,
it.
Like, with the Atlantic. So I'm like, okay, that's more at Ross.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we heard rumors of him not letting Ross over to his section in the club, get out of here, fat boys, and stuff like that. So I always took it as he was smooching up to Jay-Z and Robert Kraft and the other white billionaires and stuff like that as a direct shot to Ross. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you. I'm over here now. So the fact that him leaving Roc Nation, that kind of caught me off guard, because it seemed like he just worshipped the ground Jay-Z walked on.
Here's the thing.
He got his career, if we want to be honest, his career got end when Jay-Z convinced him to go after Drake. Because Jay-Z convinced him to do that.
Okay, well, yeah, he lost bad.
And he has not recovered.
No, he hasn't.
Like, since. Like, I want y'all to think back to that. He has not recovered. He has not had a good song that was completely his, completely original, that wasn't due to a famous sample or somebody else on top of it. Like,
that's a fact.
Think about it. Think about his whole Championships album. It was all famous samples.
Yes.
And other famous features, meaning Drake was the famous feature. That's why that song blew. His intro was In the Air Tonight. Phil Collins. Like, how can you miss
that?
How can
you miss with that? You can't miss with that.
He had a Beyonce sample on it. He had a bunch of samples on it. That's all it was. This album, his recent album, Expensive Pain, it was trash. Frisbee.
Yeah, it was a Frisbee. And see, but let me also tap in a little bit. There's some kind of secret society going on with these white billionaires and these black athletes. These black athletes have become the Goyim or toys for a white establishment. Mm-hmm. Like if I own Jay-Z, when I come to the elite party where Jay-Z's not invited, I get bragging points.
Okay.
All right, I own Drake. And so you niggas is like toys to these rich people who put you guys in position to make a little bit more than your counterparts, but you still like a goyim. You a piece of shit. And as a goyim, especially for these Jewish people, since we can speak clearly now,
Yes.
right? That's the talisman.
Yes.
So I always speak about they can go anywhere and find them a basketball player, a rapper, and craft him into the goyim that they want him to be, and that goyim will feed these dudes for a lifetime. Meek belongs to somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Rick Ross belonged to somebody.
Yeah.
These dudes, they all belong to somebody. Somebody on a higher level of the game is bragging because my toy is fancier than your toy.
Yeah.
No different than I own this football team, and I come out Sunday and watch my boys, my niggas beat up on your niggas. And we laugh about it later because it is what it is.
Yeah.
So when I start seeing all of these black rappers bigging up these white billion, like I don't even know what the fuck the combination is. You know what I mean? These very people who oppressed you, you know what I'm saying, and oppressed your people to get where they are throwing you niggas a few bones in the Hamptons, the 4th of July weekend, all dressed in white and all this old stupid shit, and you nothing but a fucking toy. And when I saw Meek Mill hopping around on the tennis
that was
court
it for
like
me.
that was it. I didn't need to see nothing else. The way Jay-Z sits makes me uncomfortable. He sits like, like he's wealth or something. It's just a weird thing. Rick Ross has lost his fucking mind. He looked fat. Well, he always looked fat.
Nah, he lost some weight.
Yeah, but he looks like he's out of control. Point blank. He's on the farm now. He's fucking got a reality show.
You know
and
what?
He looks like he lost his street cred to me. Look like he don't want no more parts of the streets.
You know what? Because Ross is one of my favorite artists, but he used to always annoy me because he stayed in character all the time. Like if you watch him in his
So maybe
Breakfast
now
Club,
he's out of character.
That's what it seems like. Every watch his Breakfast Club interview, it was always just like,
Yeah, you know what I'm
Teflon
saying?
doing like that's
Teflon.
the shoulder, like that's
know
all
what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
see from him. So I'm just like, he's annoying, but now it just seems like he's just kind of like being him.
He
So
got
I don't
his
know what that
money.
means. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I seen him dancing, being goofy. I saw him fall off a horse. Just wild shit. And Diddy is we don't even want to speak about
I
this.
saw a funny meme. Like he was talking like some young rappers, and then somebody said, "Listen, you don't gotta pay these niggas. You don't gotta pay these niggas."
Wow. So that's why I think it's some kind of secret society that now they have to go through for a certain level of acceptance so that they can continue moving on.
Because you know my thing with Meek when he talks about like what billionaires he knows and things like that. Is that at the end of the day, you make rap music.
And you a nigga.
Not even that. At the end of the day, you make rap music.
Which doesn't move the earth in that sense. Don't get me wrong. I know what music is and how magic music and the muse and what it does to galvanize a people of our stature. I get all of that. I wrote the book on it. But in the grand scheme of things, you make hibbity hop rap music. These people are moving the world in finance, in real estate, in education, and policy.
Yeah.
And you a fucking toy. That's what I mean. So they let you party with them. Because we cool. It gives them street cred, these white dudes. And then they have the real party where you got to have, 10 million to get even in the door. And they laugh at you niggas. Trust me. They laugh at you niggas.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go for a break.
Yes, real quick, we're going to take a quick breather, then we'll be right back with you guys.
Yeah, these breaks are going to be different. So
Quicker, yeah. We'll be right back.
We'll kind of quick.
Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by Urban X TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the conscious community. Is that conscious community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, Notep, the black man is God and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot is on you.
Come on, big money, big money, big money. I like to buy a vowel, E, and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy. I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Dot.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot. You will walk away right now with a Shop Urban X gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Ho tap, no tap. We are back.
Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, kind of throwback.
Yeah.
Some throwback joints,
So,
you know?
real quick, because like during the show, I've been getting emails from people who aren't even getting emails from things. So what you do is, listen, as you guys are members, but a lot of you guys click to not be subscribed, so you don't get emails that we're going live. So that's why I'm trying to give the notification out as many different ways as possible. That's why I'm trying to get via text, email, and the actual chat. You guys know what time we go live, and I'm gonna also put it up in the YouTube community as well, that we about to go live or we're going live, so you just know when to check those channels via text, email, or the actual
Yeah, and we're going to make it very efficient. So we'll probably give you a 10-minute heads up or something.
Yeah.
Heads up, guys, here we come. I tried to put in a link to the book.
I put it in earlier.
Oh, the audio book?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Oh, the Law of One. Okay.
Yeah, I got it right. I'm about to put it in again.
Yeah. This is not for the, this is for the adept.
Put it in right there. That's for the email. For the audio book.
It's for the adept. I'm just gonna keep it a bean with you. So if you're ready to go on that ride,
Somebody said, does Eli and you guys cover college sports?
No, but we should.
Y'all should. College is
We should.
shit.
We try to get into college football a little bit. I'm trying not to overwhelm him and Freddie with so much. Now, Freddie's out of school now, so we might be able to get them to take on a little bit more of, sports and stuff like that, because with them, like I said, when they come back, you're going to see less and less of me, and, they got to grow into their roles, and, I can add some, some insight on the sidelines.
Right.
So that's how that's going to go for them.
And we will get back to the skits, you guys. We'll definitely get back to the skits.
Yes.
He has been hounding us. But, he not telling us to do 10 other things at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just saying. All we got to do is get in skit mode. I got a costume bag.
You know what I want to see then? For that to happen? I need the treatment. I need, it on the book. No, because listen, we get there, and he just goes, all right, you here, we just gonna put green screen, you gonna put some explosions in the back. And I'm just like, yo, how's this happening?
Yeah, it's the way it goes.
No, it's not the way it goes.
It's the way it goes. Yeah.
He's like, put some explosions there, then I want you to CGI me as, an alien on the moon. No one, Mama Dad can't do that, but I love the way you support her, because you think she can do anything.
That is true.
You think she can do anything, and it is adorable.
And
but
she be like, nigga, I cannot do that.
But no.
Yeah, it's true. It's my boo. She could do anything.
Yeah, okay.
Anywho.
Director died. Don't call him a director.
His intro, I'm like, who's that person?
You know what I'm saying?
No, and director died.
Somebody
That is
said
true.
Malcolm needs structure. Yeah, it's the Virgo in me, man. I just need to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and I'll be there.
Okay, yeah, but I got 12 skits. Right? We're going to go all day. Guys, I'm giving you the backdrop. And we're going to do some behind-the-scenes stuff, too.
I'm with that. More
Right?
content for you guys.
More content.
I'm with that.
We renting out a whole big space. Don't worry about it. And we are going to, we're going to get there in the morning, and we're not leaving. We're doing lunch there, breakfast there, whatever. And then when we leave, I'm going to feel like, okay, we got this. We got this.
Somebody said it sounds like that is random as hell. He is. Like, I want you to.
I don't plan anything. Yeah, plan. Nah, my whole life is a moving, movement. spontaneous.
Pocket sand skit. We should do a pocket sand.
No, I got one in there. What happened? Huh? Yeah, I'm the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, on the other day, Elon Musk decided that he was trying to terminate his deal of trying to buy Twitter, right? So this has happened. This has been an ongoing thing for the last 3 or 4 months now. When he said he was going to buy it, he was talking shit on Twight.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm going to just go for it. It got conservatives and Republican bros so hyped. Like, he was buying it for them. Like, he's
Yes.
going to single-handedly fix freedom of speech in this country because this white guy who treats his black employees, or there've been complaints from his black employees at Tesla,
Yes.
by the way. Nobody talks about that, right?
Yes.
But treats, his
And he
employees.
knocking some chicks up too.
That's we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to
Okay,
that,
a
right?
little playboy.
We're gonna get to that. But this person who has had his fair share of dirt under his nails, and people have gotten behind him like he's just the savior of the country somehow because he's gonna own Twitter. So now, as a result of that, but remember, as I said though, this deal was a little shaky because it just seems like he was just trying to get up under Twitter's hood to just expose them.
Yes.
Which he's
And
done.
you called that early.
Yes, which he's done because he exposed that how many profiles are actually bots, how much money they
Millions of profiles.
millions of
Bots.
profiles a day are bots. Right?
Man, that's crazy.
They don't make money. It's not a sustainable business model because they get their money from ads just like all of these other social media platforms do. So he wanted to run it completely private. He said he would triple revenue. Don't know how the hell you would do that unless you're charging people to use the platform.
Might have a premium service.
Yeah, which they do now. They have Twitter Blue, which is like $3 a month or
Got
$2
you.
a month, something to that effect. Now, how would you do that though? Like, how would you get people who are used to something like an app like Twitter for free to just now it's strictly paid?
It's all depending on how much they love the app.
Nah, but again, but how much do you love the app? But now you're showing that a lot of the users are fake. A lot of the engagement is fake.
So-
a lot of what's happening is fake.
So this is why he's gonna bail out, and I don't blame him.
No, I don't blame him either. It was a bad deal to begin with. $44 billion is grossly overvalued anyway.
Yeah, 50-year journey. The CIA runs all of this.
Yeah, facts. Hell
Yes. Let's keep this in mind. These are psyops to get your information, to get your thoughts, more so to track you.
yeah. Right.
You understand?
Right.
To track your thoughts, your energy from the time you're born. You're on the grid now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the easiest way for them to do that is through these apps and through these, things that have fascinated us. And now we have got to a point where we act like we can't live without social media. Mm-hmm. You remember a time before social media?
I do.
Yes.
Dark times.
Yeah, no, they weren't dark times. It was all we knew. You actually was on your phone. That was it. You get a text message. You do some texting. Then they came out with a few emojis, and then what was that? MySpace came out.
Yes, it was MySpace. MySpace was dope. First, when I was in high school, it was
Backpage.
no, that's for the prostitutes. It was Skonex, if you guys remember Skonex. That was like all high schools. Then it was Bebo, then MySpace, then Facebook.
Got you. So now we have
And Black Planet before that.
Black Planet. That's what I was.
Black
What did I
Planet.
say? Backpage?
Yeah.
I meant to say Black Planet. That's what I meant to say. Ooh. Anywho, this is where we are with it now.
Yeah.
We have volunteered our lives up. I keep telling y'all all the time, there are no secrets. You are not running around here undercover.
And real quick, before I want you to finish that. And it is not lost on me the irony when I just said, how would you get people to pay for something that
Yes.
we're doing that right now? You're
I was
right.
getting ready to say the same shit.
You're right.
Like,
But-
if the people believe in you, they will follow you.
I will say, we don't have we're not I don't know, because Twitter is bots and people are seeing that the engagement that they're getting, it's fucking up like politicians.
Yeah,
It's
this is
fucking
more
up-
of a.
Yeah.
We have a nation,
Yeah, it's not
a
lost on
small
me.
community
Yeah.
of people that rock with us.
Yeah.
So a little bit different, but the concept still the same. Yes.
Wasn't lost on me. The
Yeah,
irony.
yeah. I was sitting there saying, "What's this nigga talking about? We just
We just
did that shit. I don't know what you talking about."
You're right.
So, but these people are readily, providing their life up for a few cheap thrills and like it's like you can't live without it now. How do I run my business without being on social media now? It's ridiculous.
Listen, algorithms have taken over our lives.
Yes.
And I actually want to go a little deeper into that.
Let's go.
Looking into this camera. Okay, so listen. So it was something that's been like racking my brain for like the past few months lately.
Is
right?
this your closer?
This is no, like it's not my closer, but I just want to get into it right now.
Okay.
Right. So, real quick, public service announcement. So what we're gonna start doing on Mondays and Thursdays now, if it's something that's been way on my mind or way on my past mind, we're just gonna go in for a little while and then we're gonna discuss it afterwards. But
yes.
I'm gonna just have a little build on this specifically. So we were talking about algorithms right now and how they have just been running our lives. So the past few months, I've been in not a funk, but because I always feel like I just need to be doing more. I need to be building something, creating something, promoting something. And it's because, which I've realized, it's all I see, right? I've talked about how on Instagram, you can clean your Instagram up. You can like tell Instagram you're not interested just in the big booty models or just the frivolous hip hop drama shade room. You can have more positive things on your Instagram, but that itself is an algorithm. What you're telling them is to feed you more positivity, feed you more entrepreneurial stuff, feed you more of that stuff. And what that does is feed you ads that are telling you that you need to be doing more. It feeds you fake gurus who are telling you you're not doing enough. It feeds you manifestation gurus who are telling you need to be doing this to get the life you want. And it all really controls your life. It all is one algorithm that is controlling enough. Now, what I mean to say is that even the discussions that you have when it comes to politics, when it comes to about your kids, all of that is an algorithm that you have built and created a world for yourself. And that's still not the way to do it. It's still negative, or not negative, it still affects your life in a really weird way. Your algorithm is different from my algorithm, is different from yours, and yours, whoever is watching and listening right now. And you might think that, you know, all I see is conscious stuff, all I see is this, and that too can be a negative thing if all it is doom and gloom that you're watching, all it is doom and gloom that you're sharing, all it is victim consciousness, why the white man is doing this, why the white man is not doing this, or why we're not getting this. So, and it all boils down to the algorithms. That is my big thing today. That was my big realization. Like, it is all one algorithm, or different algorithms that affect our lives and have everybody on so many different planets, have everybody fighting because everybody's perception of the same exact thing is telling them something different. I can have, that's why TikTok is different from the US than it is in China. They live in an entirely different world than we do. Our TikTok is about dances, it's about the new song, it's about the new challenge and things like that. Their TikToks are about educational things in which like just kind of shape their world, and we wonder why we just are so kind of fractured as a society right now. And it's all because of these algorithms. These ads are fed to us because of the algorithms. Everything we get is fed to us because of what we like, what we engage with. Even if you don't like something, if you stay on it too long on TikTok or on Instagram, you're telling the algorithm you do like it. Right? Even if you say, I don't want to see this big booty model, but you stayed on it. You didn't like it. You didn't comment on it because you don't want your girl to see it, but you stayed on it. Then you scroll past, and then Instagram goes, he likes that big booty model. I'm going to keep showing it to you. So that's my big spiel for today, and that's it.
Let's clap that up.
These algorithms, man.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that, it goes back to when I say you self-program yourself.
Yes.
Everything you do, so we have a tendency to blame somebody else, but if every morning I get up and go to the same coffee shop, order the same coffee, drive the same route, meet the same people, that is a program. That is a program that I am constructed out of my mind if I laugh at the same jokes, hang with the same people, eat the same foods. The more and more you do something, the harder or more ingrained that programming is. And so they don't have to do anything. You're simply programming yourself. And based on what it is that you like the most is going to be, you are the sum of your actions, right? So, I see these people who become millionaires, but the money is only going to heighten who you were and the algorithms you ran on before, but just give you more access to them. So if you're an alcoholic, you're still gonna drink, but now you're drinking finer wines.
Right.
If you're a sex addict, now you're knocking down badder shorties. If you ass, you still gonna be ass. It's just that you got bodyguards around you to kind of insulate that. But you, when we say our God, that's the most mundane or practical principle you can apply to that.
Yeah.
You can change the algorithm of your life. Now, Malcolm just broke down the external factors in that are so intertwined with your internal now that it's hard for you to just change the algorithm of self as long as you're on social media.
It's like I watch it all the time. That's why on Twitter, there's this thing called Black Twitter.
Yes.
Because, everybody you follow or all the topics you follow are just, of Black America, Black society and things like that. And white people have no clue what's happening. That's why I never forget it. Avery, I remember 2016, right? And we were talking about the election. It was, Trump versus Hillary. And I'm like, it's no way Trump is going to win. Just me thinking naively, like,
right.
I'm like, it's no way, right? She's like, yo, I just happened to stumble upon the white side of Twitter. She said, yo, there's a lot of Trump supporters out there. His ass is going to win. I said, nah, no way. She was like, I'm telling you, he's going to win.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, because it's a whole other, part of, just the world and other part of the thing that we're just not privy to because we're so locked into what we do.
Right.
And in our own echo chambers and stuff like that. It's crazy.
So the algorithms have to change internally first. And that's where the shadow work begins. You have to internally stop going to the same store, ordering the same stuff. Once one thing changes, everything changes. You know what I'm saying? It may be subtle, and that's the problem. We want to change one thing, and we want to see grand results. But that's not how the ocean of the world works. You throw a rock in there, it still, gives you that ripple. It may wind up being a wave further down the line.
Yeah, there was this book I read. It's called Atomic Habits. And he was just talking about small incremental changes can lead into amazing things. So one of the examples he gave was a plane flying from JFK that's going to LAX and Cali. If it shifts 1%, just like the entire time, it's going to end up like
somewhere else,
completely different.
Absolutely,
just 1%.
Yes.
And how like 1% you changing like a small thing in your life can change something. So now I've been trying to just trick the algorithm. I've just been liking a bunch of different stuff.
I told y'all that a few years ago.
Yeah.
Weird stuff to try to throw these algorithms off because, and like he said, it doesn't matter if it's positive stuff. They will reinforce what you think is positive to keep feeding you, like you said, gurus. This, that. If you losing weight, next thing you know, you just start seeing a whole bunch of. So you in a simulation, and it's hard to break the simulation when the greatest computer, which is your mind, is participating and interfacing with the external, devices that make this a prison that we live in. And yeah, that's where we are right now. Let's drop a bomb to that.
Last name first. Yeah, I do. I follow a lot of people I don't agree with, actually.
Yeah.
And one, I think it kind of strengthens like your argument because if you believe something and somebody else gives a counter argument that is kind of it's well thought out, it's studied and it's really good, but it's a counter argument to yours. It strengthens your resolve to say, but I still believe this is the reason why I believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And it gives you a better chance to kind of defend your point. Because you're just kind of seeing all the points, all the surrounding points around about it.
No, those are all facts. Those are all facts.
People keep saying they didn't get the link, but they got the text. Listen, we're sending them out all different ways so everybody can get it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So the other day, this rapper named NLE Chopper and Vlad from Vlad TV, they were going at it on Twitter because Vlad said something. He said he said a rapper who has $120 pill for something or a bottle of
miracle
pill that's like Cures Cancer or something, just tried to pay for a Vlad TV interview, and I think NLE Chopper thought he was talking about him, so they started going back and forth.
But he wasn't talking about
I don't
him?
think he was talking about him.
Oh,
That's
who
what
was he talking about?
Vlad said he wasn't even talking about him. He was like, I was talking about somebody else. But him and Vlad have a history. They've been going at it for a while, since like 2020 or something like that. Because NLE Chopper said he cured cancer, and then Vlad came out.
Oh, so Vlad is talking about him.
You know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't know if he tried to buy an interview or pay for an interview.
He probably did on a big platform in which it will help him accelerate himself.
The guy NLE Chopper, he seems like somebody, to me, he seems like somebody who has watched his fair share of YouTube videos of everybody you can think of, and has some awareness and has some kind of understanding that, you know, there are holistic ways of healing. There are ingredients that can be used for that, but he's kind of using his platform. He's making a lot of bold claims. I don't know how he hasn't gotten sued yet. Because to say, you know, there's people who sue you just off of, I couldn't sue you because you said it.
Yes,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? Like, oh, you say you could cure cancer, and you didn't cure my cancer, or like, I'm going to sue you for false advertising.
See, Dr.
and shit
Sabi.
like that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
For years, you know, him having to fight off these people, and he has a whole scientific regiment and game plan that actually works. And here's NLE Chopper. I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Never heard any of his music.
Never heard any of his music.
He talking about he has something that can make your breast bigger. Remember he had a whole bunch of
stuff. So I don't know who's in his ear. You know what I'm saying? Or what community, because he could be tapped in to our community.
I feel like he watches a lot of like our stuff.
You know what I mean?
Not our stuff specifically, but I'm talking
and
about
has
community.
a few extra dollars to maybe get his hands on some stuff. But a lot of these guys are bright. I want to say that. And a lot of them study our stuff. Did you see the new Pusha T single cover?
Oh, the Diet Coke? Yeah.
Well, now, where do you think that came from?
Yeah.
That's directly from us.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to Wifey. Wifey might be able to put that up so that people can see it. But I can't be mad because I stole his song.
You did. You did.
So how am I supposed to be like, oh, this nigga biting?
You did.
He'd have been like, nigga, biting? Are you serious? You can't be serious. So anyway...
Yeah, we definitely spoke on him a couple weeks ago because he always has these claims that he's solving this or he's curing that.
Yeah, I think he's just misguided, and if he gets up under the right people, these people may be able to help him break down some of that stuff. But you have to make it on these platforms whether you like it or not.
And that's what Vlad has become.
That's
what Vlad has become.
Dude,
it became the once, like when Lord Jamal and Godfrey and them left, the snowball was too big.
Yes.
Like the snowball was too big. Like you have to, like, if you're a rapper or you're a new comedian, so you kind of have to make your way through Vlad.
You got to make your way through Hot 97, through Vlad, if you're gonna play that game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you want to play that game, because it's one big game being played, and Vlad holds a lot of weight. This is why somebody would want to pay to be on his platform.
And somebody said they paying back. I don't think he pays for the. Maybe he takes money. I don't think he said he doesn't pay. Maybe he takes money. But Vlad, he's got to be the feds, yo. He was interviewing Sammy the Bull.
Yes.
And he said something about like it was something, and he was like, how'd you know about that?
Yes, and it's one thing to be able to do your research.
And it's another thing
to find out things that happen.
Have actual files.
Right? Yeah, right. So something else is going on with Vlad, who's probably a plant, as we say. You understand what I'm saying?
And No Jumper, Adam 22.
And Adam 22.
He has come up as well.
That's a bar. What? An informant is what I call plant-based.
Okay.
You with me?
Okay.
Plant-based?
Okay, I'm following.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, picking up what I'm putting down. Yeah, he's plant-based. And Adam 22.
Yeah, Adam 22. I think he is like the next one, but I don't think he is. I wouldn't say like a plant or like an informant, anything like that. I haven't gotten those vibes off of him, but I just don't like how, you know, we go to these white platforms and blow them up that way. You know what I mean? Like, they become huge to the point where there is no stopping them. They become the media.
But Malcolm, what do you do? When the gatekeepers, see, I keep trying to tell y'all, you are the raw material. You are the unmanifested destiny. You are the potential of all they could be. So they understand that, and they can't be a part of that. But what they can do, as you begin to expand out, you know what I'm saying, with your consciousness and greatness, make sure that it's funneled through the channels in which they can manufacture and manifest something for themselves.
Yeah.
So they can't deal with the light directly. But if they put a reflector on the light through these record labels, through these TV, give you these little TV deals, they still get to eat off your energy. And that's what this is all about. So why not? I know I'm not talented. I can't jump, run, dance, or create magic just from who I am, just by the way I walk and shit like that is magical. I can't do that. But what I can do is make sure that if they want to move it to a more tangible medium, I can own all of that shit. And that's what you see. So they own all of them. Well, we're getting better at owning some of it, but eventually, you got to go through them.
Yeah, and I think in business, right, what you see is the people who make the most money are the ones, are the publishers, right? So Vlad does these interviews, but he is holding all of that content on his platform. Adam22 as well. Facebook doesn't create content; they just house everybody else's content.
Right.
YouTube is the same way.
Right.
That's what all of the $1 billion ideas
That
are
has
really
to be the perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
While they do nothing.
Yeah.
YouTube don't do
Uber. They own no cars.
They own no cars.
Airbnb. They own no houses.
They
just
own no
house
houses.
your guys' houses. Like
Yeah,
the
the
platform
concept.
for the yeah. That's it.
That's it. You know what I mean? So
What else we got? Is it time for another commercial break?
yeah, I think it's time for a little.
We'll be right back with another. Got another skit going? Okay.
I don't know what we got going on here.
Hey, son, did you put up the Urban X t-shirts for the family I told to? And why you dressed like that, son?
Pop, after reading the ISIS papers 37 and a half times, I am woke now.
Woke? Son, it's 4 in the afternoon. What do you mean woke? I've been woke all day trying to get you to get in here and do these shirts for the Urban X family. Malcolm.
Whoa. Malcolm is my slave name. I am grown by Brother Mustafa Imhotep X squared. You refer to me as Brother Mustafa Imhotep X squared.
You big dummy! I named you Malcolm after the greatest activist of this time. You gotta put one right across your lips. You crazy?
Pop, I've been working in this shop by myself. This is worse than working for the white man working with you.
Now, son, you know I would help you if I didn't have my arthritis. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do the best you can do. I'm gonna still lead you.
I'm not even getting paid. If it wasn't for the donations from the Urban X family, thank you for the $20. Next time, send 40.
Son, who you talking to? Son, who's at the door? Oh, God, oh. Done hurt my eyes. I was already having a bad day with this big dummy. Hey, OD, what brings you around today?
Malcolm, Dot, to preach the word of Jesus. One thing I have realized, if Jesus don't do it, it just won't get done. I said if Jesus don't do it, it just won't get done.
You know, no, all this old Jesus stuff is got me going crazy. I don't listen to none of that crazy stuff.
You old heathen, you need Jesus.
And you need to get your face lifted or your body lowered.
You old bug-eyed fool.
Who you talking to like that?
Come on, Pop.
Yeah, you right. I shouldn't have said that. Now, OD, I want you to go in the fridge and get out the cookie dough.
For what?
So you can slam your face in it and make animal crackers.
Come on, Pop, you can't talk to a Nubian queen like that.
Yeah, you right, son. You right. You know what? Tell you what you can do. Give you an Urban X gift card and get you some t-shirts and hats. And too bad we ain't got no face mask.
Oh, that's it. You old bug-eyed fool.
Get you right here and punch you right across your lip. Wait a minute. You better get on out of my house
leaving.
Get on out of here.
I'm leaving.
Get on out of
I'm
here.
gone.
All right, Pop, I'm gonna stop messing with you. I got a hot date tonight.
What you going? Take out one of them beautiful African Nubian queens that you been telling me all about?
Maybe.
Oh, mama, this is the big one. I'm coming to join you, mama. I named him Malcolm X in hopes that he would marry a Betty Shabazz. I think he's gonna bring home a Betty Crack.
What I'm saying?
Oh, and we're back.
And we're back.
Glad you guys like that one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Classic.
Yeah, I was a big Red Fox, Sanford and Son fan growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
George Jefferson, that kind of stuff.
For the people who are listening, we played our Sanford and Son skit
Yeah.
as a commercial break.
Yeah.
Oh, these are some people's first time seeing them. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. So we got some things coming for you guys.
Nice. Cool.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, former Japanese Prime Minister, I feel like his last name is Abe. He was assassinated the other day.
Yeah, somebody was able to smuggle in
They created a homemade gun.
a homemade gun.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they assassinated him, and apparently the guy who killed him said it wasn't politically motivated. Then he brought up the fact that his mom donated to some a religious organization that the former prime minister was a part of, or he was an owner or something in. So that's why she went bankrupt or something like that. And it's still unclear, which is weird. Now, this is happening after all the gun violence stuff is happening in America and things like that. Now, Japan actually has one of the lowest rates of gun violence, gun ownership, and things like that. Like, people don't even have guns in Japan, and that was able to happen.
Yes, interesting stuff.
Interesting. I want to know what this means going forward, just for world politics. And
No, absolutely. Absolutely, because for you to be able to get to a former prime minister like that,
yes,
and air him out,
Shinzo Abe or
Shinzo Abe.
Yeah.
Everybody's on notice, and this ties back into the Biden Hunter thing. Hunter Biden thing.
Yes.
The fact that you could get to him, I can clap him right now.
Oh, Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden.
Yeah, because he's going to buy some crack.
Because he's going to buy some crack. I'm like, yeah, my prices is the best. Come in this alley.
Yeah.
And so that's a loose end that the president is going to have to deal with, or the president himself might have to sacrifice his son. That could happen. He's got to sacrifice him, bro. I mean, if you're going to win the next election, you get people on your side, say he was having drug problems, and I'm telling you, he has to go. And when you're in these rooms, these war rooms, that's a...
But that's his only kid left, because his other son,
Hey.
Bo died.
Hey, you listen.
But if Biden does it, listen. Biden does that, he's different. He is going to a different hell, because you 80. You about to die anyway. It's over for you. And you're going to sacrifice your son. He's still young. He's a crackhead.
This is flaming thwacking.
Yeah.
We want $12 million.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity, Biden, that's come upon us, man.
Yeah.
You can feel the music, man. So you want me to sacrifice my son? Yes.
Yeah.
So for another presidency to
do nothing. Is it worth it?
Yes.
No, it's not.
All the money and power in the world.
No, it's
and
not.
we will mourn him. And we will create a memorial for him.
Use him for votes, yes.
And we will use him for votes.
Yeah.
And we will cash in.
Get parents on the side.
Yeah.
It's an opium epidemic.
Yes.
My son was on opioids as well. It affects everybody, even the president.
Yes.
I just want him the presidency again.
Yes, that's the way that goes.
Damn.
It's the way it goes.
Damn.
So if that happens, don't say I didn't tell you so.
That'd be crazy.
No, it's the way it goes.
Jeez. Have you guys been hearing Vladimir Putin, a different Vlad? he has been talking like real spicy lately regarding the war in Ukraine and regarding the West. If y'all want to get busy,
because they it's time to crank this thing up, Malcolm.
Clearly.
This shit has been at a stalemate, right? This shit has been at a stalemate. I don't care what nobody say. Whatever effect that needed to take place to get you off Corona and all that old stupid shit. Now we move you past that because you niggas are stupid. Just point blank, not you guys, but I'm just saying we can change the algorithm, which Malcolm spoke about, make it a very strong algorithm that you cannot ignore because it's on your news, it's on social media, your friends are talking about it. It's a war. Your president.
Yeah.
We put an algorithm in place to wash away the most horrific time I have ever seen in America, which was the last 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Just point blank, the way people were acting, the fear, the death toll, all of this shit. We can just forget about all that shit. Forget about it. And now it's the war and gas and food. Another one of Bill Gates's plant-based.
Yeah, that was weird.
Factories burned down.
But it wasn't weird because it burned down in the Netherlands. If you remember, they're protesting.
Yes. Okay. So they burned that shit down.
So they burned it down. They're protesting. Like remember, they had trailers going blocking the highways. They went to a couple of their elected officials, stormed their house, was jumping in their pools.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were getting busy, and I actually admire it.
And somewhere else they wilding too, throughout the country, and they just wilding.
Yeah, I admire it.
You know what I mean? So, this is what's going on, bro. This is what's happening in this country. So now they're gonna move. What's next?
Yeah.
What's next, guys? Guys, what's next? We done been through 9/11. We done been through what's that? Y2K. I went through Y2K. We done been through pandemics and food shortages and assassinations and war and rumors of more war. Look at all the shit we done been through in the last 20 years, bro. What's next? Bring on the alien invasion.
It gotta be aliens.
Bring on the alien invasion.
It has to be like, come on.
It's gotta be coming now. It's gotta be coming now. It's time for the alien invasion.
Yeah, I always get worried when everybody knows information that they should. Meaning, every time there is a financial collapse, it's called like the shoe shine phenomenon. When like kids who are shining your shoe can tell you some stock tips, or they can tell you something, right? I be running into people on Instagram, randoms, talking about the flat Earth and talking about the infinite planes, and this is how it truly looks, and this is just one planet. This is how Mars looks. Is over. I'm just like, how the hell? Like that used to be stuff you had to like really go deep for.
But I told you, there's something that's going on cosmically that you cannot avoid this. This is an upgrade, and that's what these elite motherfuckers are fighting against. They know you're headed toward greatness because the only way to go is up. It's a progression. Their goal is to keep this shit down on earthly, lower chakra, vibrational shit as much as they can. So that's what fear and sex and violence is all about, all lower chakra. You even got to hit your heart chakra before you can even access higher dimensions of thinking and concepts. And it's designed that way purposely. If you ain't got love in your heart, dude, why am I even taking you through the channels where you can become an adept at something? And most of us are always vibrating, whether purposely or subconsciously, on I gotta feed my kids.
Yeah.
I gotta check them big booty hoes. Nigga run up on me, I'm clapping them. You know, that's everyday life out here. Some big booty hoes, feed my kids, I clapping them. In that order, like, you know what I mean? So, and the tension, you can feel it in the streets. With
Yeah.
Everybody's on edge. I'm telling y'all, we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse as I speak. Get out of your mind that you're just gonna see zombie. You might see some of that, but just look at the behavior of people. That girl for $1.75 tore that restaurant down.
Her friends,
For $1.75,
Yeah.
that means there was something else going on that triggered it, right? I saw this white man, he smacked his sister. She beat the brakes.
She beat the brakes.
Oh my God. She beat the brakes on him.
Yeah.
And now these white people are becoming more and more frustrated because we're not having it.
Yeah.
We're not with the Karens. I seen the Karens try to run some people away. Yo, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this is what is happening on a regular basis, but we cosmically are moving. And those who are getting the good download, especially the young people, that's why they understand technology and all of that. So what took me, this is what I'm trying to tell you, what took me 25, 30 years of studying, you can get the law of one, right? It's 20 hours of maybe more, and just focus in an hour a night, and you'll be up to par. Now, you're not going to grasp it all, because it's very highly intellectual, right? But it's a download, right? Just like if you watch 30 YouTube clips of something that you want to learn, shit that used to take you years to learn, you can sit down at YouTube and learn how to code, anything you want to do now. So there are no excuses. And that's the era in which these young people are birthed in.
Yes.
So that's why they're able to have these elaborate conversations.
It just always makes me go, eh.
No, but listen, these are indigo children.
Not that I feel like I am, I have access to all these people, so I'm the only one that should. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying?
Different time.
I used to get looked at like I was crazy in school for some of the stuff I used to say. Some of the stuff I used to just kind of go back and forth with my teachers about. Like I was just absolutely nuts. And
every February, it was crazy in them.
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about in the song.
That's what he's talking about in the song. But now it's just like it's regular stuff.
But it's supposed to be. That means there is motion in progress.
Yeah.
Right? And remember, there's always a tug of war going on, young man, between good and evil, if that's what you want to call it. I'm just using opposite polarities. Those who want to keep it here because they don't have the ability to transcend, and those who are trying to say, I'm coming to you in your dreams and your visions and through your art to give you avenues to get the hell up out of here.
Right.
And that's the war that's been going on. Where can I get the law of one? It's on audible.com is the actual link.
I'm going to put the link in there again.
And that's for the audio version. You can go to Amazon and just get if you want to read the actual books. It's like 5 or 6 books of these people who, these scientists, white people, who were tapped in. And when I can't even explain it to you. You just got to listen to it. And you're going to know this is not a hoax, is what I'm trying to say. It's nobody acting like there were 6 dimensions. These answers that are being given were given to me 30 years ago. In almost, I got to revisit everything I was taught because this entity is teaching it, all of the chakras, the incense, the crystals, but we have lost how to use and tap in and create the narrow bands necessary to receive the right signals and lower chakra. You even got to go highest chakra, heart chakra and above to even be in position to gather some of this information.
Goodness.
Yeah, no, this shit is deep.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
And another thing, side note, when these entities, when you see these UFOs, according to Ra, they don't physically come into your existence. They don't have to. They just thought project. And their thought projection is able to take them anywhere they want to go. And they use these vessels just so that it's pleasant to your eye, something for you to see, and give you an archetype symbol that there's an awareness or something greater. Anything you seeing moving on the earth and you can actually look inside and shit, that's your government. Your government did receive a lot of this so-called alien technology from underground bases where a lot of these reptilians live, and the Orion's belt where they've been receiving technology on how to keep masses of people enslaved using certain principles.
Makes sense.
But because the questioner is asking amazing questions. You know what I mean? And the answer is like, why would I have to physically when I can thought project myself into your existence? Crop circles, whatever you see, we do all that shit. Deep shit, bro. Deep shit.
Nice.
Deep
Okay.
shit.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, did you guys hear about the mother who apparently coached her 17-year-old daughter to seduce R. Kelly and possibly have his kids?
I'm not surprised.
Apparently, this is according to Say Cheese TV, was that, I think? And they said it was according to court records.
Yeah, they got the court records. But I'm not surprised. This is why people are saying, listen, bro, this R. Kelly shit is not as cut and dry. I'm not saying he wasn't nasty and a pervert. We know that already. But the environment is, listen, if you're a crackhead and you're trying to recover, and I don't want you to recover because you're the bread and winner of what we do, all we got to do is provide you with the shit that we know is going to make you crumble. What is that? Oh my God, how did that crack rock just get there? Well, you might as well spark that up, get this thing going, right?
Yeah.
So your handlers are always there when you cold to give you a blanket, but you don't know that they created the coldness in the first place. So you begin to lean on them. So it's the same thing. We knew he had a sex addiction for young girls. We know he's filthy rich. Among other things, said he was knocking out moms and daughters, teens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's both go get knocked out.
Yeah.
I like his music, you like his music.
And you trying to get signed.
You trying to get signed.
Yeah.
Right? So this was happening more frequent than you can imagine. So when you couple all of that in with the environment that was set by him, it was just toxic to begin with. But a lot of these mothers should be held accountable. And that's the question that we're going to ask tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In a few minutes, like, what do you think about mothers doing that? Or should they be held accountable for coercing their daughters and putting their children in harm's way?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Because a lot of people definitely held their daughters out as bait. Or, just for their own selfish reasons, too. Like, I want my daughter to get a singing career. So
Dude, it started with Aaliyah. Let's
Yeah.
just keep it a bean. It started there and it never stopped. It became the ultimate free for all where I'm going to get some songs, some money, something from this man. You know what I mean? Let alone he's married, too, or engaged.
Engaged to the girl Joycelyn,
Yeah.
who was one of, like, the main, like, her parents were one of, like, the main ones in
Yes.
the surviving R. Kelly doc.
Yes, yes. So this whole
Which
thing
is crazy.
is a mess. It really is. And this man is going to go down for crimes that he did. But they just piling it on to him. And I guarantee you, if you follow the money, some Jewish motherfucker going to get his hands on that catalog. And then that catalog is going to resurface in a year or two.
It's gonna take longer than that,
Dude,
bro.
dude,
I'm not gonna lie. I went out to eat this weekend, and an R. Kelly song came on, and nobody did the.
No, because you be playing yourself.
Yeah, it just kind of just.
Because listen, because for that matter, then when you hear the national anthem, as D.L. Hughley said, they asked him, "Would you stop listening to R. Kelly's music?" He said, "No, y'all don't stop listening to the national anthem when that shit come on."
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but so the list begins to get crazy.
Yeah.
If you want to get on your moral standard. Now, if you choose not to listen to his music because he's the reason that brings you salt, then that's fine. You know what I mean? That's a personal decision. But don't make it seem like he's the reason all music is fucked up or that pedophilia ain't running rampant in this country with people far more powerful than he is.
I always found that to be just like, and this is off of R. Kelly now. I've always found that to be like, why is it pedophilia? Yo? Like, all of y'all nasty.
Dude, I'm gonna explain to you because now we on our uncut.
Yeah, all of y'all nasty.
No, it ain't even that. A lot of them niggas is doing that shit against their will, but they want to play. You understand? I keep telling you.
Oh, you talking about the larger game?
The larger game. You want
Gotcha.
to play. This is what it is. I got 3 little kids in that room. Go dust them off. And no.
You had to use graphic language.
Listen, I'm simply.
No, I get it.
I'm simply saying. So A lot of them now, remember the European, they cut from a different cloth.
Right.
And for them, it's something spiritual. And again, when we start thinking about what's spiritual to one person and what's not to somebody else, who's to say drinking blood in some of these tribes that they do is primitive? Because America has got you thinking that this is the only way that this thing goes. It's really subjective. And I hate to say it like that. So if I knew for a fact that the only way my people can survive is through booty holes and blood, that's the only way we can survive. That we're acting normal, we're trying, but the only way we can survive is through booty holes and blood. Dude, what you want to do? You want to survive or you want to die? Now, you happen to be of a supreme race of beings that don't have to do that. Yeah. But I'm trying to get you to look into the mindset of those who do. Also, speaking of the law of one, I really want y'all to get this. The magical, for instance, you can bypass a lot of everything is a sacrifice. Everything in this world, if you want it bad enough, you got to sacrifice something for it. So I don't want people to think sacrifice is a bad thing. If you want to go to the NBA, you got to sacrifice the girls, the hanging out with your boys. You got to get out, shoot the jump shots, this and that. The hack to it is, once you start dealing with on the dark side of things, or so-called dark side, where if you knock down a few shorties, do this and that, they give you the proper incantations, which open up a whole nother vessel of energy for you, and now you on and popping. But now you owe that. You owe that energy. You know what I mean? And that's where this thing gets weird, and you figure, damn, all these people are fucking nasty? No. Some of them are nasty. Some of them are just perverted, and and some of them, it's a way and a means by which they move up these economic ladders. It's real deep shit. When you start talking pedophilia,
it's a lot.
It's
man.
a lot,
like,
bro.
The list goes. I'm just like, all of y'all, what the hell?
Yeah, and it was so. Listen, the way the elders broke it down to me so long ago, I said that's impossible, man. Yeah. That's just humanly impossible. And no, it's not. It's not humanly impossible. It's a whole nother world that's taking place within your world. You could be living your life every day, and right up, literally under you, is a whole nother world of shit going on in the literal and the metaphysical sense. Yeah. So the dark web is now a new way to peruse the metaverse. Yeah. But then there are underground tunnels. How are they moving all these bodies? Yeah. How? There has to be a sophisticated system in place. You can call it what you want to call it. There has to be. You know what I mean? There has to be police officers involved, judges, doctors, lawyers. There's so many people involved to keep the right people out of jail, do this whole gangbangers. All right, I made mention of that before, and people looked at me like, yeah, the gang is an arm of the police department.
I did too, because I'm just like, I'm like, because when I think
not the lower peons.
Right, that's,
not the lower peons. Yeah. They don't know, but that's like any organization. Right. You could be in a Masonic order, and you just doing fish fries and parties and shit, and you don't know what's going on. Yeah. And right above that is where the real work is getting done.
Yeah, I was just like,
so no, not the peon. I'm talking about like the big U's who receiving money from the government, and just the point men in these organizations with long criminal records that they can actually send away for life, but they found them to be more valuable on the street. Yeah. Because they have to get to certain individuals. I need to make this look like a hit. I need your man to go and clap this white dude coming out that Chinese restaurant, make it seem like a robbery. There's so many levels to this shit. We need to move guns, we need to move drugs, and we need to move people. I hate to give it to you like that, but that's what it is. And this world is going on right in front of your face if you just fall back and watch and listen. And I already told you the energy that comes down the spinal cord and up the spinal cord. All right, let's not go there. Okay,
nasty.
No, it's nasty, but it's a plug. Yeah. Right? So when you plug something in, you do create a connection, but it's the wrong connection. But it's a connection nonetheless. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of weird stuff going on with that. A lot of weird stuff.
Okay.
Let's take some calls.
Let's take some calls. Yeah, let's do it, man.
So let's line this up. Right? And we'll take some calls. Remember, we're talking about R. Kelly, and should these mothers be held accountable and liable for their actions?
Did you unlock it?
I am unlocking it now.
And again, real quick, guys. Every show we're gonna get email and chat. Okay, so make sure go into your settings if you're not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe so you can actually get the emails. And on Mondays and Thursdays, we
And
go
like I
live.
said, we'll do a 10-minute countdown. We won't be here, but we'll be like, listen, guys, in 10 minutes, you know what it is, and that way you can kind of get prepped.
Yeah.
And it's a call right now. Yeah, I like this. Peace.
Peace.
Turn your radio down, TV down.
Yo, what's up, Black Dot? Malcom, this is Isaiah. What's up, bro?
What's good?
What's going on with you?
What's good?
And good, man. Enjoying the show, man. Enjoying everything, man. It's good to hear from y'all. I heard from y'all in a while.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
It's all good. Oh, no, we appreciate you. Definitely, man. But glad all is well with the family, man. But to get to your question, I always had questions about the R. Kelly situation. First of all, man, my wife, we go back and forth. I've been bumping his music. I never stopped. I don't give a dang what's going on. I never stopped bumping the music. Forget that. That man's the greatest R&B of my generation. I was born in 85. So
Yeah.
he's the greatest R&B artist in my generation. But I don't understand how one man can go down with all those victims knowing that they had what he's been doing since day one. That means I'm looking at everybody that's ever done music with him, not just the parents. Everybody. Like, how can one man go down? It just seems like he's just a fall guy for a bigger, more sinister operation. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel about it.
Thank you. I appreciate the call. And you are absolutely correct. They kept him around because he was an asset to them. They waited until his music got dry.
Yeah.
And the vibration had moved on to Chris Brown and the rest of them. And then he became the sacrificial lamb that he is. But while he was at the peak, everyone used him. Everyone like a moth to a flame. Everyone came in to get some of his light, some of his energy, and disregarded the human nature of what was going on. And they all have that blood on their hands. I don't care what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? Especially those who know. Now, if you didn't know, I can't blame you, but I keep telling you, the greatest witness is you. You are, God is seen and heard everywhere. It's you. You know what you knew. You know what I mean? When people were speaking about Africa Bambaataa in the hood back in the days, and some of these old school dudes were saying they didn't know. You're lying. You had to know.
I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? So at some point, everyone is going to have to deal with it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And these mothers in particular who are using it for monetary gain, I think is in poor taste. I appreciate your call, King.
Peace.
All right, bro. Y'all be good. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, peace. Yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, you know what? I like this might sound weird too, but it always feels like I know they treat like white and black people differently for the same crime, but they make it seem like white pedophilia is just like
a sickness.
Yes.
They make it seem like this is something that we need to overcome.
And like, this is like a one-off
because
thing.
They're trying to tell you in code.
And they make black pedophilia make it like, oh, we know what that is. Like, we had high schoolers or high school girls.
Maybe
probably this one.
Nah, maybe that one when they call in or something. But remember, that's code.
Yeah.
They know that this is their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So they want to have sympathy
Yeah.
for them, but for us, this ain't your goddamn lifestyle.
Right.
Y'all just doing nasty shit. But we have been turned into the ways of the devil. Peace, you on the air with the Urban X Nation. What's your name? Where you calling from?
John, calling out of Atlanta.
Peace, King. How are you?
Doing pretty good, man. Shout out to you guys, man. I just got my membership, man. I know I'm late. You know, I just got through the door, but I'm here.
It's all good.
That's all good, man. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'll be brief, man. I know you guys got a show to run with the R. Kelly thing, man. I think those parents should be held accountable. The other day when I guess his child kind of came on TV, I was talking to a young lady, and I said, man, they need to do something about this. And she immediately got mad because I was trying to just give her the breadth of the whole situation about all the other parents, but all she could hear was R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. Like, he's the boogeyman of all boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
And I do realize, like you guys said before, that, you know, sometimes ladies being that emotional, and I say that respectfully, you know, you have to calm down a little bit before we can really talk about it. But it's not a pretty thing to talk about when you have a parent, a woman, send her daughter out to a man like that. You got to address that, because you can throw R. Kelly away, but the parents still out there. And the next R. Kelly come up, who said they're not going to do that again?
Yes.
I'll leave it right there. I appreciate you guys' show.
We appreciate you too, King.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
All facts. You know what I mean? For you to push your daughter in that area, and you as a mother in particular are supposed to be adding value, and your life is supposed to be a reflection of what it is that you want for your daughter. People want success so bad now.
But here's the thing as well, because then the conversation goes to, like, what was that mother's experience too? Because I've seen like I've heard stories of, like, a daughter coming to her mom like, yo, your boyfriend touched me, and then she take the boyfriend's side.
Yes,
why is that?
Yes, because she has low
self-esteem so low.
Yes.
Right?
We got a lot of issues. We
have,
do.
And it goes way deeper than just success, I think. It goes deeper. It goes into a lot.
It goes to passing trauma down. You know what I mean? Hurt people.
Yeah.
And that's something that we just have to, so it's really no one answer to this question. And because, like you said, this might, and then we start thinking this mother might be just 15 years older than her daughter.
That too. Yeah.
You know, the daughter's 17, the mother might be 32 and still out there in the streets. Come on, you got 32-year-old grandmothers out here. You know what I mean? So you don't know what her mindset is. So I need to stop projecting that this is someone of sound mind and body. And it could just be somebody who's just as loosey-goosey and, you know, looking for opportunity. All great points, man. All great points.
Somebody said one of the fathers signed a settlement with R. Kelly. Oh.
Well, they all trying to get money now.
Yeah.
You don't think they did that out of the goodness of their heart. Right? No. This is just follow the money. You know what I mean? I don't know how he's going to pay because he ain't got no money.
Yeah, I don't even know why he even, like, that girl Joycelyn decided to get engaged with him. Like, what is that going to do legally for him?
Yeah, I have no idea. Might just mean he can get some pussy in jail.
Oh, okay.
I'll marry an ugly fat bitch for some pussy in jail. I love you too, boo. Peace. That was nice. Peace, King. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, family? This is Big L from Queens. How y'all doing?
Big L from Queens. What's good, King?
I'm all right, brothers. I'm all right. I was trying to get it in before 300. You know, I wanted to say, you know, it's not goodbye. See you later. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, exactly. You know, I'm here. But, you know, good show as always. And now we can let our head down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But, yeah, just briefly, you know, listen. R. Kelly, first of all, they gave him more time than Maxwell. What's her name's girlfriend?
Yep, Ghislaine Maxwell.
They gave him 30 years and only gave her 20. She was an international human trafficker.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not trying to give him a pass, R. Kelly. And my thing was, a lot of people don't remember. I remember he was going to, I remember when he was getting caught up and he was going to give his life to God. He was going to sing gospel. That was like, oh oh my God, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was hitting his conscience. Like right after his mother died, he was going to turn the gospel and all that. But when he got away with that first case with that sex tape and all that, he should have, man, like you said, he has a sex addiction.
Yes.
And we all know the story that his sister molested him and all that.
Yeah, and when he beat those charges, like you said, he was supposed to go, whew. But when you addicted and it's a sickness, then you only going to start feeling invincible. This nigga started thinking he invincible. He beat that and continued. And remember, every city he go into, there's 150 girls ready to go upstairs. Minimum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that becomes very tough. I was a C-list artist, and it was 10 girls at every fucking stop, just ready for whatever. I'm talking early 90s, like, you know. I got some stories.
I was born in the early 90s, but I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey,
Don't start
Malcolm,
doing that,
you
man.
probably born off an R. Kelly song, brother.
Say it again.
I said that Malcolm probably was
Born
off
to
an
an R. Kelly song. Facts.
But listen, just right quick, to me, man, R&B is dead, but it really died when they sentenced him to 30 years. You know what I mean? I was like, that, man, because looking at that BET Awards and
all that shit was terrible.
Yo, terrible, bro. That's a sign. The empire is definitely falling. You know, so. But anyway, man, I'm just, hey, listen, bro. I've been a member. I've been a member, so I'm here. I'm supporting you guys.
Of course.
I'm gonna follow you until the end, brother.
We appreciate you, man.
Love you guys. Have a blessed night.
Love you too, Big Al. Peace.
Peace.
All right.
Yeah. So, again, so it's not as cut and dry as we would like it to be, but whatever your temptations are and your weaknesses are, you heard Elijah Muhammad tell Malcolm.
Oh,
it says in the Book of Job, Volume 2, and Section 4 said, God said the devil, if you remove that halo away from Job, he will curse your maker. Well, you have your veil removed, Malcolm, and I don't think you will curse your maker. You know me, I know all my shits, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you remove the veil, what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Somebody said, will Barry Gordy ever go to jail? What was his? That
See, they all gotta go to jail.
Yeah.
Let's take some more calls. Let's have some fun with this shit.
Barry Gordy, wow.
Yeah, Barry Gordy. Ooh. Peace, you on the air with the Urban X Nation. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace. Shout out to the nation. This is Chanel. How you all?
Chanel! I'm gonna drop a bomb to that.
What's up?
What's going on, Queen?
What's up? So just wanted to touch on, the topic of the night, R. Kelly. Some people may know I am a teenage mom. So I had my first son at 17. He is an R. Kelly baby. He is.
Mm-hmm.
But realizing that a lot of things are a lot of things are passed down through genes, right? Or epigenetics. They are real.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so easy to cut certain things off or to just change certain things, despite if you may want to or not. And some addictions that you may have are not even your addiction.
Yes.
Right? So you have to dig a little bit deeper. Realizing that R. Kelly is illiterate and was easy prey, and he has a lot of similarities to, that one uncle in the family that people whisper about, right? Everybody has that. So whether or not you look at it like, that's white people shit, right? That's a phrase, that's white people shit. It's not, because it's in your epigenetics. It gets passed down. So I'm not one to say that he's getting what he deserves or he's not getting what he deserves. Energy is energy. Karma comes back around all the time, right? For every action, there is an equal reaction. So what he's receiving, it may be harsh, or some people may feel it's justified. Some people may feel that it's too light, but it's not always 100% on him. It's something that needs to be talked about a lot. A lot of our children are being touched and molested by family members.
Yes.
It is happening in our community.
Yes.
And it's being tucked under the table.
Yep.
So use this opportunity to talk to your children, right? To open it out and to listen to your children. Because a lot of these girls were, they were victims. They were vulnerable. They were also, illiterate. Right?
Yep.
So they all fell into that same energy paradigm. So work around it, right? Don't let this get you in your feelings. I, for one, rock with old school R. Kelly. I do. I still play him. I can't rock with that new album, that Black Panties Cookie Monster shit. That was crazy.
Yeah, that the magic had left already. Yeah. That magic left
it was
already.
gone. But original old school, I can because it has memories for me. It touches a piece of my heart. I can remember things, how things smelled, how things felt, how things looked, just because of the music. I can separate that from the man, right?
Absolutely.
So allow yourself to do that. And on that same note, just quick 30 seconds, use this full moon in Capricorn that's coming up in 2 days.
In 2 days,
to
right? Yes.
Release, yes. Release these things off of you that are holding you in this lack mentality. Use this time to heal some of your traumas and your epigenetics. This full moon, this full buck moon in Capricorn is great for abundance. It's great for good luck.
Is this
it's
the
great
buck
for bringing
moon?
about good news. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Yeah. All right. So use this energy to bring good things into your life. Heal the trauma, get that up off of you, let it go, and then bring the good things into you because you deserve it, right? Do it it's not for yourself, for your ancestors, and for your future generations that are coming through. Okay?
I love
it.
it.
So that is all.
Thank you so much.
I
Appreciate
love you all.
you.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Have a good night. Peace.
And there it is. You know what I mean? The sister broke it all down, and we don't talk about that trauma at home.
Yeah.
And it happens more frequently than we would like to admit it does.
Yeah.
And you got to take now you're a father, you got to take a real good stand on where you're going to be with that. Like Odyssey was mad. She just couldn't stay at no friend's house. I just didn't allow it because it only take one time.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of stories about just like the you go to your friend's house, but it'd be the friend's older sister or friend's older brother.
Who violate you.
Yeah.
So I was very protective, and not just her, just all of my children in particular. Like one time I told you, Marcus's Catholic school, they told me they going on a trip somewhere, like a retreat. I said, you ain't going? He was mad as shit. Nigga, you ain't going with no Catholic priest up in no fucking mountains. Yeah. Later on, he understood, I don't play all that shit. And they wanted a picture of the family. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he want a picture. No, he don't. He fucking with a sorcerer, nigga. I'll burn your whole fucking school down. And then I'll be needing them fat bitches. Conjugal visits. D, she's 700 pounds. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. We getting married. I'm going down the aisle. Fuck that shit.
Oh my
That
God.
is foul. That is foul.
Guys, on that note.
Yeah, on that note.
On that note, we appreciate you. Show 301. This was the first show in our new, just
new drops.
We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support, everything. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. And this will be up in the membership tomorrow. What else would that say? Oh, comment. Yes.
Please comment on the show.
Comment on the show, especially like on Twitter and social media.
Yeah,
and
on
stuff
your
like
socials.
That, on your socials, so we can spread the word of how dope this was and how dope everything will be going forward. All right?
Yes.
So with that being said, man, we will see you guys on Thursday. Peace.
No, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's right. Tomorrow
we got Phil Valentine.
Phil Valentine for a lecture, for an interview. And
yeah. So
it's
tune
not
in.
gonna be a podcast.
It's just gonna be, us here doing what we do.
Yes.
And if music, media, mind control, and the spiritual warfare. I titled that just so we can kind of get on current events and all the stuff that's going on and some of the techniques that we've been speaking about that fall along that mix.
And for our audio listeners, you guys will get the field thing as well tomorrow.
Yes, you get a bonus.
You get a bonus as well.
Boom.
So what time tomorrow? 8 o'clock tomorrow?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.